Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm recording again, as you may have noticed. Well, maybe you haven't. These videos aren't that well watched, but hopefully someone's watching it. Maybe, as we have dreamt of before, as I have hoped for, you are some kind of future historian who has stumbled across this record from a long distant past and is trying to decode some of the weirder references made in it. I would offer this advice. Abandon that. A lot of this shit I'm saying is complete gibberish, and you will gain no deeper understanding of the society from which I spring. So, turn away now, unless you just want to see what Dwarf Fortress was all about, because that was pretty cool. Anyway, there we go. Thank you, future historians. Get back to your research. Find out more. If you've figured out what Stonehenge is all about, and you've got a time machine that's invented, I wouldn't mind knowing. Let me know. I mean, of course, if you've got a time machine, you probably don't need to worry about figuring out what Stonehenge is about. You could probably just travel back in time and, watch and see it get built. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I think that would be pretty groovy. I mean, I'd like to be in some kind of giant germ-proof, hamster-proof bubble, of course. It's often said these days that, of course, among time-travelling fans, that you wouldn't want to time travel anywhere before the invention of penicillin, because that, my friends, is a shit show. Quite literally. You will be turning your bowels inside out the second you drink water, and everyone else will be looking at you going, why the fuck did he drink the water? Did he not know his rectum was going to blow out the bottom of him like some kind of windsock in a hurricane? No? Oh, what a fool. He should stick to drinking these weak beers that we drink routinely. Glug, 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 glug. Anyway, apologies for the very vivid visual metaphor there. I perhaps stepped over a line there. Unfortunately, it's too late to take it back now, so we're all going to have to imagine what that looks like. I mean, you don't have to, but you probably are, right? Oh, ghost! Ah, good. We're off topic now. I think I've sidestepped that. No one's going to call me out on that, are they? Let's check and see if the Forgotten Beast is still hanging around. He is! He gives 0 fucks. He heard my little quip, and he went, I like what you say, scoundrel. I'm going to stay here and listen to more of your disgusting, obscene outbursts. Say more gory stuff. Go on, describe something horrible happening. Oh, sorry. I thought I was in my old D&D game. Anyway, where was I? Looking at chat. Yep, there is a castle near where I live, and there is an exhibition there where they mentioned that the soldiers got some of their wages in beer. That's very true. Of course, Roman soldiers apparently got paid in salt, where we get the word salary from. So it's exciting stuff, isn't it? A little bit of etymology. Never hurt anybody. Not to be confused with entomology. If you mix up etymology and entomology, you could get hurt, because some insects can be dangerous. Well, of course, maybe you're going the other way. Maybe you're mixing up entomology with etymology and looking for beetles in books and trying to figure out where words come from. Well, depending on how badly you've mixed it up, that is. What on earth is this strange man talking about? I know. I can read your minds. I can feel about it. I can feel the waves of confusion pouring off of you, and I apologise. Let's get back into the action. Oh, holy shit, I've been recording for 3 minutes. How was that for a YouTube intro? Was that a blistering enough, concise introduction to what's going on here? Better than last time? Worse than last time? I don't know. I mean, you could say something in the comments, but be warned. This is getting published on YouTube months after the fact, so I may be a little confused as to what you're talking about. I may have lost context, so there is that. Timestamps are appreciated. Snip, snap, snappy. Hello, Sergeant Indy. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us. But you've got to cook dinner. Well, that's not too bad. Surely I can be in the background over the... Let's imagine what Sergeant Indy is cooking. I reckon there's some kind... He's got some chopped onions in a frying pan. Maybe with some kind of... I see chat moving. I'm not looking in case he's told me what he's cooking. I'm imagining it. And in my mind, it's going to be a beautiful feast. It's going to be chopped onions, frying in a little bit of perhaps beef stock. One of those little gelatinous things you get and pop in the pan. Just lightly softening those. And then maybe some regular gravy granules as well to the side. Having those ready for some boiled water. I imagine there's some mashed potato, perhaps with a little bit of cheese inclusion, maybe some sprinkled on the top, maybe some peas, yes, mixed in marrow-fat peas, garden peas, very nice. Under the grill for a few minutes till the cheese is nice and golden, and what else comes out of the sausages? Out of the oven? Well, I've blown it now. Sausages. What comes out of the sausages? Meat, preferably. maybe determined meat, maybe undetermined meat. Maybe he's gone to the mystery sausage bin and thought, let's see what this tastes like. Who knows? Personally, I like a mystery sausage, and I'm not using that term euphemistically. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Let's just get to the brass tacks of the matter. If you live in Washington State and anywhere near the city of Tacoma, you might want to check out Tacoma Games. It's a tabletop role-playing game, card game store. It's pretty damn good. I believe they also stock polyhedral dice, but I could be wrong. Sergeant Indy, I looked the store up on Google Earth and you can't see it, but from the promotional pictures on the website, I can infer which unit it was in. And at least up until at least a year prior to the establishment of your premises, I believe there's like some kind of brothely strip club type affair over the road called the Cat House. Is that what that is? Is that a brothel? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how the state law of Washington deals with such things, but I'll let you know what it's all about. Sounds very nice, but it's spaghetti. Ooh, spaghetti, not sausages and mash. Well, there you go. That's all right. Spaghetti's good. I like spaghetti too. Just apartments. No prostitution in Washington. Well, you say that. No overt legal prostitution in Washington, but I would be deeply surprised if we could pick any single city or any single, I mean, maybe if you said, is there any prostitution in, I don't know, Yellowstone Park or the New Forest, I'd be like, well, the New Forest, almost certainly, actually. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. There's probably prostitutes, right? Oldest profession in the world? Maybe not the most prolific profession. Excuse me. Maybe not the... hang on a minute. Oh, my goodness. How crude. How uncouth. I say maybe not the most prolific, but certainly considered one of the oldest. Although I'm fairly certain other professions would have come before prostitution, right? At the point where the idea of sort of like, different tasks for different people were in entering society. I don't know. Was there money? Could you have a profession? I think the concept of prostitution maybe predates professionalism, Give me that fig from the tree or that little bit of fish from the stream and I'll, all that kind of gaff. Maybe, I don't know. We're treading on dangerous territory here. Why am I talking about prostitution? Oh, the cat house place over the road. Fun fact, certain species of monkey practice prostitution. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that. Although I kind of expected it to be true. I kind of thought that might be something that they'd do. Monkeys are smart. Monkeys know what they want. And often they take it. And get what they want. Making DF is a profession that existed before prostitution. If only they'd started. If only Toady was immortal and had begun the coding of Dwarf Fortress on clay tablets during, I don't know, caveman times. Imagine that. Oh, that would be a beautiful thing to find out. They open up some cave in the... Oh my goodness. My guts are in a state of rebellion. I apologise. No, what have I done to myself? My nose! Excuse me, I'm just going to pull my t-shirt over my nose. If my voice sounds muffled, well, fuck you, this stinks. What was I going to say? Something about caves in France. Oh yes, we'll find some sort of dwarf fortress iconography on the walls of a cave in the south of France, and then we'll realise that Toadie's is knocking on 9,000 years old. No, 200,000 years old, and has been working on Dwarf Fortress way before he even had the hardware. Initially, I imagine he'd have worked on it sitting in a cave, cross-legged, in the lotus position, with his eyes flickering up and his eyelids flickering up and down in some kind of trance, and his eyeballs rolled back so they're all scleral white. Oh, I've got a bunged up nose anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so there you go. That's what I'm imagining. He just runs it on the code in his mind. Man, there's a cool dude. You ever see interviews with that guy? He just seems really cool, really nice. Friendly chap. Interesting, deeply interesting, like brutally interesting. I imagine he starts talking and your sort of eyes are ripped from what they were looking at before and just impenetrably drawn? That's not a word. That's not a correct phraseology. Inexorably, that's what I meant to say. Inexorably drawn to him, and your ears just sort of focusing on him like radar dishes. They move independently around your head to try and get better. Wait a minute, what am I talking about? Ears moving independently around the head. Maybe I should have taken my medicine. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Let's unpause this because, I've been recording for 9 minutes and it'd be good to do some actual Dwarf Fortress instead of just sitting here jabbering away like an idiot. Well, unless maybe that's what people want. Oh, miasma. Choke on that miasma, you forgotten beast bastard. The dogs haven't been brought up, so what I'm going to do, temporarily, we're going to end the civilian alert. I know, it sounds like madness, but there at least is some kind of underpinning pseudo-logic to it, right? Or at least I'm claiming there is. Burrow 1 deactivated. Good. And the unswerving wheels are activated. Good. Right, hopefully we'll bring the canine... What the fucking... Pause. Oh, what are you doing, Asmel? You sack of testicles. What are you playing at? Why have you now chosen to just go, oh, I'm going to move down here and get my head bitten off? Fucking idiot. I have no proof that Toady isn't immortal. That's true. Although there's no evidence to suggest he is, which is a shame. Terrible shame. Of course you love Toady interviews, Clay Cree. He's a god. A human elevated above. Farting is good, otherwise you end up combusting spontaneously. Well, there's always a risk. Although, given long enough, not farting. Gas pressure can be dangerous. You can actually rupture yourself. You can split yourself open. You know that famous picture of the python with the crocodile bursting out of it? That's what happened to that. It ate the crocodile. The crocodile took too long to decompose in its stomach, and the gases it let off just burst the snake open like a balloon. Oh man, that's got to be a bad dinner. Imagine you ate something like that. You go out for a meal, put it in your mouth. Lovely. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and you start inflating like that guy at a Moonraker. Oh, what have I done? No, I should have had the scampi. Scampi, of course, is a breaded crayfish tail dish, in case that's not internationally something you have. Hello, Ultimo Berry, welcome back. You've joined us with some very bizarre talk of flatulence and inflation, but I will now take us on the correct course. Let's watch what happens when this fuckwit gets slaughtered by a forgotten beast because he thought he'd just wander into the zone. Right. In fact, let's just send him in for the suicide rush. B, K... And I want you to attack... Oh, we're going to have to select from a list because the... Oh, no. There we go. Oh, wait. No, he didn't get... Did he get hit? Fuck it. Here we go. Are you ready? Let me just clear. Let me prepare myself. Oh! There we go. We've cleared out the old poo tubes. Well, not physically. I mean, gaseously. Not physically. Not solidically? No, that's not a word. Solidly? Unpause. Just watch this guy die. Yep, he's bleeding. Let's see what kind of wounds he's got, actually. Let's take a look at these old combat reports. Swords Dwarf Asmel is fighting. Forgotten Beast scratches the militia commander in the right foot, tearing apart the muscle. He's bleeding out from an artery. Help! Save me! This is a fight! I laugh in the face of death. How fragile we are. This does not scare me. I've been badly injured. I can keep it together. Well, I think we run the serious risk of you bleeding out, to be honest. Where's he going? Oh, he's gone to the Hall of the Fallen to look at some of the memorial slabs. I want one like this! That's what he's doing. Hello, you're a brave idiot, aren't you? What are you doing? Burkikostrogen. Okay, he's a weaver. My God. Dreamweaver, I believe you're gonna get fucked up by a forgotten beast. Oh, hello there. Oh, thank you very much, Ultimo Berry. Farting is my business, and business is good. Oh, I was about to launch into the wrong Megadeth song there. I'm terribly sorry. I was going to go... Take a mortal man, and put him in control. That's not exactly how it goes. It's a very generalized rendition of the song, but still, I think it has some level of merit. Maybe not musically, but as a record of my degrading mental state, it certainly stands as a testament. Right, the miasma and the blood is making things a bit difficult to see. Has our military lad headed to the... Is that him? Asmel. Hooray! He's being treated. Let's quickly dance over to Dwarf Therapist. Dance, dance, the dwarf therapist. I will take a look at the statistics and I'll force these rhymes, whatever happens. No, sorry, I'm going too far. I'm singing. Do Americans sing that hymn in school? It's one of the hymns you sing in English school. Lord of the Dance. I am the Lord of the Dance. Move your feet on the floor until they burst into flames, until they are worn down to your nubby knees. Imagine dancing that much. I mean, that would be fucking crazy. Nightmare scenario. Everyone would be happy at first. A little bit of a boogie. Yeah, sure, no problem. But then maybe your knee joints start to creak. Then the soles of your feet wear away. Soles of your feet? The soles of your shoes. Then your feet. Then the ankles. Oh my god, the balance required to keep doing the chubby checker twist while your feet have been worn away. Imagine it. On pins of bone. Oh my god. Why have I been both blessed and cursed with this ability to imagine the most horrific imagery? I mean, I imagine all people can do it, but I don't have to try. As soon as I hear something, I'm like, oh yeah, I can imagine the way that could go. Absolutely the worst case scenario. Please, don't anybody try to get one up on me in a grim scenario hypothetical creation contest. It just isn't worth it. We'll all leave scarred. We'll all leave sad on the inside, sad on the outside, and with the inside leaking out all over the inside. Outside. Inside? Okay, I lost context there. As I have lost context for absolutely everything. I'm now staring at Dwarf Therapist thinking, yeah, I came here for a reason. It's definitely something I was supposed to be doing. I am recording for YouTube right now, Claycree, that is correct. So if anyone wants to relive those last glorious moments that happened, feel free to go there to do it. Of course, they'll be recorded in glorious 1080p, 60 frames a second, rather than the somewhat paltry 720p, 30 frames a second that I do on Twitch. But, I mean, it's Dwarf Fortress, so it's not really, it doesn't really matter. Where it matters is Alien Isolation and other such graphically beautiful games. Not that Dwarf Fortress isn't beautiful in its own way. Certainly I wouldn't kick it out of bed. I'd say, hey, Fortress, come over here. Let me have a look at those cobblestones. Oh, look at you. Raise the portcullis. It's time for a siege. Well, not a siege. Why am I grasping now for sexy war metaphors? I don't think it's the best place. Do I answer my DMs on Discord? Yes, if I see them. Sometimes they sit there for a while and I don't notice them. But I try to. When I get round to them. In the same manner I respond to comments on YouTube. I notice they're there and go, oh, I've got to respond to that, I've got to read that, I've got to respond to that. And then like a couple of days later I'm like, oh, comments. I'll go through these now. It's just the way it goes. Sorry to be a terrible bore, but does anybody remember what the fuck I'm doing? Why am I here? I mean, obviously the live stream, I get that level of it. I understand this. I'm not suddenly stricken by dementia. I do know what's going on there, but what specifically was I coming to Dwarf Fortress for? To Dwarf Therapist for? That's true. 1080p would be nice, actually. It does. There is a benefit to Dwarf Fortress. I am a fool. Of course there's a benefit. But sadly, at the moment, I don't think I get the transcoding consistently enough for me to justify streaming at 1080p. On a technical level, it's not a problem. But in terms of Twitch transcoding, I don't think I get it that frequently. Not enough regular viewers. Of course, if you wish to remedy this situation, feel free to subscribe, follow, and worship me as a god. That would be nice. I mean, just skip all the subscriptions and follows. Worship me like a god, and I'm quite content there. I'm quite happy. You know, I wouldn't mind a little bit of deification. Let's go back to Fortress because I've entirely forgotten what I was doing. We're going to look at the wounds for Sword Boy. That was it. Dwarf Therapy. Jesus Christ. Health. Excuse me. Health. And where is he? Excuse my burping and hiccuping. Happens a lot on this stream. It's not the best. There he is. He's not wounded. Oh, hang on. Aha. We've lost him again. Shit. Asmel, there he is. He's being diagnosed. He's got a crutch. Not optimal for combat ability. He has a impaired ability to stand. Ooh. mainly due to his unconsciousness. That's not good. He has lacerations. Where is he? His right foot is torn open, but that's about it. Nothing to worry about there. What's going on here? Movement impaired. Well, he's unconscious, so, the ultimate impairment of movement. Or is it? Maybe being set in concrete is the ultimate impairment of movement. Although I suppose technically death would be ultimate impairment of movement. Then again, you could be moved when you're dead, unless you're set in concrete. Boom, the ultimate impairment of movement. It's an irony that we need /like high resolution for the simplest media, text. Yeah, that's true. It's, this is fairly... Oh, hang on a minute. There we go. This is fairly chunky, isn't it? This is legible, right? Even in 720? Yeah? Or am I an eagle-eyed gittins? Alright. Okay. Maybe it's time for the CRYPTBEARDS rush. Jesus, these guys are getting a bit too keen to clear up the blood. One of my miners is wandering down there. That's not good. And he's bleeding. Of course, he's fucking bleeding. Let's take a look at the combat reports and see what happened. Left hand, tearing apart the muscle, artery. Oh.
Shit. Help! Save me! This is a fight! I laugh in the face of death. How fragile we are! This does not scare me. I've been wounded! No, that's not annoying. Help! Save me!
He's a contrarian, isn't he? He likes to change his mind. He likes to be upset. He likes to be cheerful. He doesn't know what's upsetting. Well, maybe he'll learn a lesson. Maybe he'll learn the lesson now not to go wandering through the miasma towards the mine when forgotten beasts roam. Yes? Maybe not. Let's send everybody back to the thingamajig. The burrow, that's what they're called. Military alerts, civilians, burrow. Lovely. Absolutely bloody lovely. Let's let them all charge back down there, and hopefully the FB will run into my canine meat wall. Ah, here it comes. Is it moving? I thought I saw it. There it is! Come now, beastie. Show me your wounds. How are you? Still got a bad right front paw, but that's okay. You're going to get bit, son. You are going to get bit. Come on. Keep moving. Up the hall. My dogs are hungry. They yearn for your poisonous flesh. They care not for their lives, for they are like little furry war boys. Witness me! They bark as they charge in. Witness me! And I sit there with my cosplay on, all painted white, and I go, mediocre. It's brilliant. And then I spray their faces with chrome paint. Because it's the apocalypse, baby, and you can be as cruel as you like to anything. That's how apocalypses work. It's all tire-based shoulder pads, Mohicans, and cruelty. Or so popular media has taught me. If anybody has an interest, as I do, in the genre of post-apocalyptic films that was popular during the 70s and 80s, I do have a little space on my Discord called the Trailer Room, or Trailer Town, where you can go and watch many exciting trailers for those kind of gems, and it's well worth a look. I do like to curate a little list on the old YouTubes every now and again, and one of my favourite rabbit holes to go down is old trailers for 70s and 80s, sometimes 60s if they're wow enough, but 70s and 80s mainly movies. Very early 90s occasionally, if you got something good. Something a bit wacky with, nanotechnology and Mario Van Peebles in it. It's all good. What's that film with the nanotechnology where Russell Crowe explodes into blue goo? Or am I misremembering it? Am I misremembering it? What is going on with those notifications? Oh, it's because I've sent them all down into the... what's it called? The Burrow. We sent them down to the Burrow. So they have to cancel all their works. Oh, Ultimo, you're spoiling me with these clips. Thank you very much. Dwarf Fortress is an underrated game. It is a beautiful masterpiece of modern humanity. Modern humanity? I was going to say modern art, but it's more than art. It's something beyond art. Beyond quality! Here's me just waxing lyrical about it. Maybe one day I will try to do Space Station 13 on stream. It's going to be awkward and an absolute hideous pig to look at, but you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it for the fun times. And even if it doesn't yield such beautiful depth of gameplay, I'm sure I can conjure up a little bit of banter to keep you all entertained. Give you a little waffle, a little bit of old gum flapping, tooth clacking, chit-chatting. Man, I'm basically a rapper now. That's just a little bit of rhyming, I'm a professional rapper. Check out my grills. Do you think Bear Grylls is aware of the fact that his name could be misinterpreted as metal, like tooth coverings for bears? Imagine a bear with grills. That'd be even more terrifying. You'd be like, "What's going on? Why is my flesh being rent by diamonds?" Ah! Or maybe not. maybe you wouldn't have the skills of observation as the adrenaline flooded your body, preparing you for the darkness of death as you are digested in a bear's belly. Maybe not. Maybe not. Have I seen a shaved bear? I have, actually. Seen pictures of a shaved bear. I've never seen a shaved bear in real life. I've only seen bears at zoos. And I think I've seen like a black bear, a polar bear, and what else have I seen in real life? This is all zoo-based, London Zoo or Chessington Zoo or something like that. Or one of the safari parks. Ah, dear. Come on, forgotten beast. Find your way out. That corridor must absolutely stink of dead bodies. Maybe that's what you like. Maybe you like rolling around in the corpse stench, you filthy animal. Maybe you like to rub your lidless eyes on the rotting flesh of my compatriots. Well, I'll have none of it. I'll send my dwarves in with their fists flailing, and at least one of them's going to connect with those googly, great big fucking ocular units on your face. Ocular units on your face. Ocular units? Who in the world calls eyes ocular units? Why am I this way? Help. Help me. Diamonds, the strongest metal. Well, that's the thing about Space Station 13. Everything about Space Station 13 depends on the server. If you get a good group of people together, it's a good laugh. But it's difficult to get that with a load of randoms, and it's difficult to get numbers without randoms, which is a problem. But there you go. I'd love to see another take on Space Station 13. I want someone to do like a fully polished game, just taking that idea and running with it. It's too good an idea to be neglected. I sense that Star Citizen has a certain similar idea kernel about it, but not anywhere near as cool. Not anywhere near as cool. Oh my god. Radio Free Olive, welcome back to the stream, is developing a mocular grain. A mocularinate grain. Mocularinate grain? I'm assuming this is some kind of play on the word migraine, but I am having trouble parsing it. Bear with me. Ocular unit grade. Ah, I see. Very good. The hyphens definitely help there. They definitely help. Yes, my replacement of the word I. Whew. We got there, people. We got there. We finally decoded it. I am basically Dan Brown in reverse. I take a code and I crack it, rather than making one in a book. Not that he made a code. It was more of a caper, a jape, that kind of thing. Anyway, enough of this babble, enough of this twaddle, he says, knowing full well that this twaddle is not going to stop. The twaddle ain't going to stop. It's going to carry on twaddling, motherfuckers. Mother waddlers! Sorry, I'm losing my mind. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's to be expected. I have that cold feeling that being tired brings. Who was that? Was that Asmel, back from the hospital? Asmel! He carried alpaca meat stew and chopped alpaca leather into combat. Well, I mean, at least he went in with the optimism of thinking that he'd have a chance to stop and eat while being torn apart by the Forgotten Beast. I mean, it's genuine optimism. I mean, it's paired, unfortunately, with crushing stupidity, which is a very deadly combo. Optimism and stupidity in the same person can lead to all sorts of terrible scenarios, or glorious comedy, depending on how, heartless you are. So, FB, you're gonna... Now you've killed my entire military, bar the immortal guy locked up here. What's your plan next? You gonna tear into my doggies? Come on. Fight the doggies. They will wound you. You will begin to bleed. You will drag yourself to my hospital and say, "I've seen the error of my ways. Like the errant grasshopper, I realise that I cannot live parasitically on the hard work of the ants. Help me. Allow me to join your colony." And what we'll do is we'll get a bit of bandage. We'll go out to it and say, "You poor creature, you've learnt your lesson." And then we'll stuff the bandage down its throat and start stamping on its head and go, "Choke, you fucker, choke!" because, that's the kind of vengeful, vindictive cunt I am. Oh, did I use a hard C? I do apologise. I got a little bit carried away with myself. Should I retract it? Should I say tnuck? Maybe. Oh, look, the bodies are piling up. But the Forgotten Beast is too smart to head into my wall of canine meat. It is a lot of warning messages, Mr. Clubfoot. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. The notification messages are going absolutely berserk, but that's because everybody's locked up in the old warren. No, not the warren. Burrow. That's the word. I'm thinking of rabbits, not dwarves. Yeah. I think really we're going to have to confront this bastard. You know what I'm going to do, though? Actually, even if we have a crash... excuse me. An uncouth monster. Even if we have a crash right now, I'm not actually concerned because we haven't really made anything that could be called progress. We've moved some dogs around. We got a guy to pick up a sword. We got him to stand in a corridor, and then he sort of aimlessly wandered into the beast and got killed. It wasn't... We haven't showered ourselves in glory. What's this? Please don't be... Well, actually, migrants might not go amiss. Send them straight in. There, you grab a sword, you grab a sword, you grab a sword, and you grab a sword. Now charge in! Oh, no, it's traders. I can see the wagon now. This is not an optimal time for them to arrive. Still, if they get torn apart by the Forgotten Beast, maybe it'll come to the surface and run off. What's this guy doing here? I thought for a second Murky Poolslope was his name.
Hello there. My name's Murky Poolslope. Hopefully you won't slip and trip. Wouldn't want to see you breaking your ankles now, would we?
That's my impression of Hilary Briss from the League of Gentlemen. Hope you liked it. It's not very good, but at least I tried. Why are you mocking my efforts? You bastards. You heartless, mocking bastards. Let's unpause the action. Come on. I want to watch these traders get rent asunder, if at all possible. Are we going to get here in the end? Oh, look, here's me saying no progress has been made, but the lava moat is feeling lovely. Murky Poolslope is a good blues name, you're right. What is the beast? Sorry, it's a giant gopher with lidless eyes, Mr. Clubfoot. A giant gopher. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, imagine the tortured existence of a gigantic gopher, which, in its natural habitat, will dig in loose dirt. And imagine having no eyelids, but being compulsively driven. How do I say it like that? Compulsively driven by your very DNA to dig loose dirt. It would be a horror show. No wonder it's lashing out. Still, I hate it. We hates it forever. We hates it, Bagginses, so much. You know what? This fortress can survive. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Thinking there's a forgotten beast that has somehow got inside. It's standing at the stairs. It's waiting to kill. Oh, we haven't got a military. We need to go to the alerts. There we go. And now I deactivate the alerts. Here they come. The dogs will attack. And hopefully the forgotten beast will be torn apart and put in a sack. And then we'll chuck it in the moat and watch it burn and die. Come on, let's kill it. Let's stamp in its fucking eye. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Why am I so obsessed with doing this? This borderline copyright infringement. It's not even borderline. Definitely used the melody there. Hang on, is that a dead bastard? No, it's a dead horse. Come on, you dead bastard. Where are you? Has he run off? Oh, we've got a very unhappy dog there. Where does this go? It goes nowhere. We're on a road to nowhere. I'm on a shade. Nope. Oh, it looks like the whole fortress is getting in on the action now. Let's, Oh, he's spreading his blood about a bit more than he did last time, isn't he? He's knocking over bookcases left, right and centre, smearing blood all over the library. Shh! This is a library. You bastard! How dare you sully the books with blood? How dare you besmirch the collected knowledge of CRYPTBEARDS? You fiend, you beast, we will have our revenge. Is he dead? Let's find out. The potash maker is fighting. The forgotten beast is fighting. Ost. Here we go. Ooh, there's a lot of red. That's not a good sign on page 53. We would like him to have been subdued by now. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Somebody found a dead poet. Perhaps they could form a society around that guy. I was about to say, how do you like them apples? But that's a different film I haven't seen. That's a different film. Or is it? Is it? It's not. It's the same film, isn't it? Oh, know your meme, scoundrel. Don't be such a fool. So it's lots of... The Forgotten Beast scratches the spear dwarf in the head, and the injured part is ripped into loose shreds. Now this is a new way for a head to be obliterated. I've never seen anything ripped into loose shreds. Imagine that. That implies to me, if I've seen one of those wire egg slicers, it's like a little rack of wires and you push it over a boiled egg and it slices it nice and easy. That's what I'm imagining the effect of a loosely shredded head is like. The thing pulls a claw down and they pass through the head, allowing it to sort of flap loose like an opened loaf of sliced bread. But then again, did it do it forward to back, or side to side? I mean, sure, you've got more loaf to slice front to back, but I think the effect is far more impressive, like side to side. To see the face split like a sort of spreading Japanese fan, I mean, that's going to leave an impression. That's going to leave you thinking, why is Scoundrel coming up with all these horrific things? It's not my fault. It's Dwarf Fortress. It said it in the text. If anything, it's Toadie's fault. Blame him. You had a weasel that lacked eyelids a while back. Maybe they do. They'll be friendly. Uh-oh. I've pushed Clay Cree over the edge into sickness. What? This is what makes you feel ill. This almost horror film trope makes you feel ill. And me talking about blowing your asshole inside out with a singular fart was not what upset you? Good Lord, actually, maybe you turned up after that, and maybe I've just compounded the issue, and now you're clawing at your eyes and ears, blinding and deafening yourself in the hope that you will never again have to deal with such awfulness. Oh, no. Excuse me. Well, let's just say that our little time travel endeavour has not paid the dividends I would have liked. The Forgotten Beast is roaming freely around the fortress, spreading its deadly blood. Oh dear. Deadly blood. I'm more worried about hiccups. It's spreading its deadly blood everywhere, and I have done absolutely fuck all to impede its progress. Someone fired a bolt. Oh my God, finally, some military might. Let's spread our military might and crush this bad boy. Crush him. Fire with all weapons. What? Is he gone? Is he dead? Is that it? Is he dead? I'm still seeing bolts flying, so presumably he's still alive. Or someone's thrown a tantrum amid the mashed toddler stew that we're standing in. I think a lot of kids have died. A lot of children have died. Been squashed to bits by a Forgotten Beast. Is it dead? They all seem to have calmed down a bit. They're not... Oh, no, there it is in the middle. Look. Hey, we've started wounding it. It's all... they've bashed his antennae. And they've winded his neck. That's the best. That's the best. The egg slicer imagery on the head. Oh, don't watch Hellraiser. Actually, do watch the first Hellraiser. That's a good film. And then people will disagree with me on this, but I think actually the Hellraiser series has a second good movie in it. And it's the one where there's a cop who's he's got some kind of murder to do with an ice cream van. And there's a guy gets a finger in an ice cream van, like a literal cut-off finger. No one sticks a finger up him. You know what I mean? If anyone remembers that film, that's my other favourite Hellraiser movie. But Clive Barker! Oh, Clive! Actually, my favourite Clive Barker thing ever is Nightbreed. I love that movie. It's so good. Fuck the law. He's meat. As is everybody, really. Meat and bones. Right, let's look at these combat reports. Hopefully we're getting on to only 7... Oh, hang on. There we go. 69 pages. Quite an auspicious number. Did you know that on the internet it is often considered to represent a sexual position? Yes, that's right. Oral coitus between two people simultaneously. As you can imagine, the shape they form is evocative of the number 69. Well, that went a bit dirty, didn't it? I've taken this to a very sordid place, and sadly, I am ashamed. Well, there's a lot of blue. I'm happy that it's started to go blue. The Forgotten Beast is on its way out. So let's just, while this is playing out in the background, I don't think it's going to get any second wind and revive. We've pummeled it enough that we are now just essentially beating a bag of shattered bones and meat. Oh, for fuck's sake. I forgot about the second one. The Forgotten Beast, Marap Rubishpithrnephi Ufsmat, has come, a great feathered stegosaurid. It has large mandibles and it undulates rhythmically. Its green-yellow feathers are downy. Beware its poisonous vapours. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is a different Forgotten Beast from last time, by the way. Last time we got something else turn up. Not a stegosaurid with great feathers and rhythmic undulations. Yeah, the caves need sealing off, but it was something that needed doing a lot sooner. Let's just quickly look at how many dwarves we have alive. Is this the end of the fort? Does this fortress, as well as it was going, end up going out with a whimper? Well, we still have 62 adults and 55 children, so all is not lost. All is not lost. However, I have been recording for 40 minutes, and you know what? I think we need to take a break. Because, you know how I said my bladder could take another session? Well, it's taken another session, and now I'm hearing these weird sort of stretchy pinging noises as the pressure gets up too high. You ever inflated a car tyre too much? Where you think, oh shit, what am I doing? This could kill me if it blows up. Well, I'm getting very similar sensations from my bladder. I'm hearing all manner of creaky noises, and hopefully when I actually pull my trousers down to go to the lavatory, I won't see my stomach distended like a goldfish bowl containing yellow fluid in a transparent bubble. Why do I do this? I get viewers. Let me just look at how many viewers I've potentially lost. There are 25 people watching. That's unusually high for my stream, just in case you're wondering. And what have I done? I've squandered the entire thing by talking about blown out distended recti, people having their heads sliced with egg slicers, and now this. I even bloody farted 2 or 3 times. Thank God you couldn't smell me. Anyway, enough of this, YouTube. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Was that outro as good as the intro? Probably much better, wasn't it? My outros are usually better than my intros. Because the stream is ending. Not the stream, the video. But you know what I mean. Anyway, YouTube, see you next time. Bye.